Welcome to the presentation on the dot method in addition in Vedic mathematics. So I've written a couple of problems here beforehand, and let's do them to see how the dot method works. So the first problem we have is 879 plus 466 plus 587. So let's solve it. So the first thing we need to remember when we're using the dot method is that we always add from the bottom digit upwards, whichever column we're in. So what we always do is we add this way. So this means that we're going to have to add 7 plus 6, which is equal to 13. And this can also be written as 10 plus 3. Now, to represent this 10, we can indicate it using a dot. And that's the reason it's called a dot method. So we're just going to put this 10, or this dot, over the 6. So we'll put a dot here. Now let's just forget about the 10 for now and focus on the 3. So what we're going to do with this 3 is add it to the top digit in the units column. So that's 9 plus 3, which is equal to 12. And that can also be written as 10 plus 2. So we have to put another dot over 9. And now there's no digit above 9 to put to add to 2. So we just put the 2 in the answer here. 2. Now we'll move on to the tens column. So before we start adding 8 to 6, we first need to count all the dots in the units column. And each of these dots can be thought of as 1. So there are 2 dots. So we have to add 8 plus 2, which is equal to 10. And then, so we put a dot on 8 over here. And there's nothing after this, it's just a 0. So we don't have to add anything to 6. We just add 0 to 6, which we know is 6. So 6 plus 0 equals 6. And 6 is less than 10. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, oh sorry, that's a greater than sign. My mistake. Lesser than 10. For those of you who are unfamiliar with inequalities, this is the lesser than sign and this is the greater than sign. Okay, but we don't need to know that right now. It doesn't concern the dot method at all. I'm just keeping that for you to know. So 6 is lesser than 10, so there's no need to put a dot on 6. And we just add this 6 to 7. So 7 plus 6 we saw was 13. And that can be written as 10 plus 3. So we put a dot on the 7. And we put the 3 here in the answer. Now we just do the same thing again. We just add these two to 5. Let me just clear up some space here. Let me just scroll down maybe. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. We add this 2 to the 5. So 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. And that's also lesser than 10, so there's no need to put a dot over it. And we just add the 7 to 4. 7 plus 4, which is equal to 11. And 11 can also be written as 10 plus 1. And we just put the dot over the 4 and add 1 to 8. So that's 1 plus 8 is equal to 9. And we just put the 9 in the answer. But we're not done yet. You might notice that we still have that dot over 4. So we can just put that dot as 1 and just put it in the thousands column over here. And so this is the answer. What we get when we add 879 plus 466 plus 587 is 1,932. That's what we get. We get 1,932. We get that. Okay. And I'm sure you're starting to get the gist or the gist of the dot method, but let's just do another problem so you understand it properly. So here's another problem: 375 plus 964 plus 128. And if you want, you can just pause the video and try it out for yourself. And if you don't get it, that's fine. You can just watch the rest of the video, but I encourage you to stop and just try it for yourself if you want to. So let's remember that we have to add this way. So we have to add 8 plus 4, which is equal to 12, which can also be written as 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2. So let's put a dot over the 4 and add 2 to 5. 2 plus 5 equals 7. And 7 is lesser than 10, so there's no need to put a dot over the 5. We just put the 7 in the answer and move on to the tens column. So we have to do 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, and then 3 plus 6, which is equal to 9, which is again lesser than 10, so there's no need to put a dot over that. And we can just add this 9 to 7, so 9 plus 7 is equal to 16, which can also be written as 10 plus 6. So to indicate the 10, we have to put a dot over 7, and then just put the 6 over here in the answer. So let's just go into the final column and finish this question. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, so 2 plus 9 is equal to 11, which is basically 1 plus 10. So let's just put that dot over 9 and then just add 1 to 3. 1 plus 3, sorry about that, 1 plus 3 equal to 4. So we'll just place a 4 here, and then we still have that one dot over the 9. So we're just going to put that dot here, and that's what we get. We get 1,467, and that's just what it's equal to. It's 1,467, and that's what it's equal to. And I encourage you to just try it out. See if you have any doubts, just try it out for yourself. And the brilliance about the dot method is that you can use it for any single addition sum. You can do it in your notebooks, and it really increases your speed. And the dot method is highly useful when we get 10 or more than 10 while adding several numbers. And it's a really easy way, and when you're doing simple addition for 3-digit numbers or 5-digit numbers, and you can do this with any number of digit numbers. So I hope this really helped you with your addition. If you had any problems with it, I'll be posting the dot method on subtraction soon. Okay, goodbye.